channel. My name is Ashley, aka The Stylish Local, and if you love all things fashion, beauty, and lifestyle, then honey, this is the channel for you. First off, I want to start off by saying we're missing a man. Right? My nail is broken, and you know what's so funny? Like, Ashley before would have been like, yo, my nail is broken, I cannot film this video, right? Today, right, I'm filming videos with a broken nail. And what do we call that? Growth. It's called growth. Because the way I'm so proud of myself for not like stopping a whole day of recording because my nail is broken is crazy. And it might seem like something super simple to people, but I'm so picky. I'm so picky. I'm so anal. I'm very like, just, you know, when it comes to my appearance, I don't play those games. But you might be seeing this broken nail in another video. I'm not gonna hold you because I have another video to re-record. My fall trends video, something happened towards the end of the video when my files are like corrupted, so I need to re-record it, which is very annoying because that video was supposed to be up at least like 2 weeks ago now, but that's neither here nor there. Now, on to more important things. Today's video is going to be about figuring out your personal style, and in addition to that, also about rebranding and reinventing yourself. I know a lot of people, especially like in the fall season, they tend to kind of change their style, maybe elevate their style, or want to do a complete rebrand for whatever reason. I feel like a lot of people view the fall as a fresh start, which is something that I have always done. I don't know if it's because it's back to school time, but there was always something about like September and the leaves changing that just always made me feel like, yo, I want to do something different. Like, I want to do something different. I want to do something new. We need a refresh. She was going back to school. Your outfit had to be fly, you know, that kind of thing. So for me, I think that that's where it comes from. But in my personal life lately, I've definitely been in a very transitional space. A lot has been changing with me. I want to say mainly like mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. I have been elevating myself, and in turn I also want to elevate my wardrobe, elevate my aesthetic, elevate my just overall look, because I felt like it was time. And I also felt like there was a big disconnect between who I feel like I am inside and who I know I am, who my friends and family know me to be, but the way that I was presenting outwardly to the world was not, like, something was missing. There was a disconnect, and I've been hearing for so long that I've changed, and not necessarily in a bad way, right? But I've lost my spark. Life happens to people, things happen to you, trauma happens, and it really does change the way that you are as an individual. It changes the way that you navigate life. It changes the way that you show up for yourself, and that has absolutely happened to me. I feel like everything in here is just not what is being presented to the world. Now granted, this really has nothing to do with the world, more so everything to do with me. I'm one of those people who, I don't care what anybody thinks about me. It's really like, it has to get past me first. I have to be happy, I have to be comfortable. Once I'm happy and once I'm comfortable, baby, everybody else can kick rocks. I personally feel like all of those different themes are very connected. Rebranding yourself, figuring out your personal style, they go hand in hand. So this video is definitely going to be about just the steps that I feel like are necessary to take when you want to, you know, like just change, upgrade, rebrand, reinvent, honey, baby, whatever it is that you're trying to do, whatever you want to call it. I feel like these steps will definitely help you in that process. Now, personal style is something extremely important to me, and I think it should be extremely important to everyone else. In this day and age with social media and everything being so just oversaturated in a way, I think that people who have a very distinct personal style are literal angels. Like, I absolutely love to see it. It's kind of frustrating to see people just like copy and paste someone else's outfit over and over again. And my main thing is figure out what you like. Like, that is literally going to be tip number one on this list. Figure out what you like, what inspires you, what are you interested in, what do you naturally gravitate towards, and then that is where you start, because that is really the root of it all, right? I personally believe that inspiration can be found anywhere, whether it's a music video, movies, books, just people watching on the street. Literally, a color can set me off on a tangent, a song, a word, a particular visual can literally set me off on this whole like journey of something that I'm interested in, right? And I think that people need to like pay more attention to what you like personally. take a break from social media, okay? Let's close Instagram, let's close TikTok, let's close everything and go read a book. Go read a book, go watch a movie, go touch some grass, child. Like, go do something other than consuming content on your phone, because it definitely has an effect on what you think you like. I say this all the time, especially on our podcast. If you do not watch the Dress Code podcast, you should be. I will link the channel down below, but that is my podcast that I have with my co-host Brahman, and we talk about all things fashion and style, and we always talk about, do you really like that? Like, do you really like that thing, or did you see it 1,000 times on social media and now you feel like you like it? Now you think that you need it. But does it actually go with your personal style? Does it make sense for your lifestyle? You know, does this fit your overall body type? Because that is another thing that I think is extremely important for people to do. Dress for your body type. It may be flattering on someone else, but it's not flattering on you. And that's not me body shaming, and that's not me telling people what to do with their bodies. That's a simple, like, thought process that I think that everyone should kind of like follow. Is this flattering on me? Because if it's not, why would you wear it? Another thing I would suggest is actually going into the stores and touching a garment. Like, touch some fabric, honey. see what is given. See how you feel about it. Do you like silk? You know, do you like how cashmere feels? Do you like super raw denim? Like, figure it out. Figure it out. But the only way that you're going to figure it out is if you try it. Someone on the internet can rave about something and then you try it and be like, I don't see the hype. But that's where, you know, like, it's a personal choice, and personal style is something that's about you and only you. What colors do you gravitate towards? What brands are you naturally attracted to? When you see a certain brand, you know, maybe on social media or in the stores, is that something that you naturally like always gravitate towards? Are you always excited about it? What gets you excited? What makes you happy? I think that fashion is something that brings so many people joy, and it's because it's fun. It's another like avenue of expression. It's another way to just kind of show people your personality without even speaking, right? So think about those things. All of those things is going to be the starting point of your personal style. So tip number 2 on my list is going to be experimenting. Now that you have figured out what you're naturally interested in, what you gravitate towards, you have your start and your base for inspiration, experiment. Take some of those things and try them out. Now, I would recommend starting off small, honey, okay? Take it easy. Take it easy. I would start off with accessories, bags, shoes, that kind of thing. Dip your toe in the water, like I always say, and get a feel for it. Because, you know, after you try it, you may decide that, okay, I tried it, it's not really for me, on to the next. In addition to that, I would say also, like, pick a couple of items, you know, that fall within that category and try to style them for a week straight. See how many different ways you can wear them. See how often you pull and you reach for those items, because that's another telltale sign of something that feels natural to you and something that is, you know, like organically part of your personal style. I will always reach for something leopard print. I will always reach for gold jewelry. I will always reach for something black. Like, I will always reach for a loafer, a blazer. Those things are part of my personal style. Those are things that I will always wear, always reach for. So I say challenge yourself. Like, see how often you can style it, and then that might give you an idea of, okay, well, this is something that I like. Maybe I should invest further. Maybe I should make these like staples in my wardrobe and a base for, you know, like everything that I'm going to add on top of that. Because I think all wardrobes need to start with a foundation, right? You need your basics, and you want to make sure that you know what those basics are. Try it out. So tip number 3 is going to be something that I have been actively doing for the past few months, and that is purging. You need to take inventory of what it is that you have. You need to figure out if you still wear these things. Do they fit? Do they even resonate with you anymore? Like, how do you feel about them? Because if you don't like them anymore, they don't feel like your personal style, or they just have not been worn in months, even years, baby, it's time to let it go. You gotta let it go. You have to let it go. Purging is the best way to really just figure out where you stand when it comes to your wardrobe. Now, when I'm purging, I personally like to make piles. So I do a yes pile. This is the, we're absolutely keeping this, there's no way we're getting rid of it, it's staying pile, right? Then you go to your no pile. These are things that you are absolutely getting rid of. You don't want it. You know for a fact you haven't worn it. You have no intentions on wearing it. It doesn't feel like you. It doesn't fit. Whatever the case may be, we know that we're absolutely getting rid of these items, right? And then we move on to the maybe pile. I personally like to make a maybe pile because sometimes I feel like it's a little hard to let go of items. A lot of people have emotional attachment to certain things, and it's valid. It certainly is valid, but that's why I like to give the maybe pile, because it's just like, okay, after you have made your yes and no and these are final decisions, go back to the maybe, see how you feel about it, and really be like, you got to be harsh sometimes. You got to be harsh about it. You have to be realistic about it as well. Am I wearing this? Am I wearing this? Like, I bought it 3 years ago. It still has the tags on it. I've been waiting for the perfect occasion to wear it to. The occasion has not risen. The occasion has not arrived. You have not worn that thing. Let it go, honey. Give it a new home. Give it to somebody else. Sell it, donate it, whatever the case may be. But that maybe pile is like, you got to get through it. You know, you can't keep the maybe pile and just leave it there. The maybe pile is at the end just for you to do a final, you know, like a final cut, so to say. Purging is healthy, and I recommend that everyone do a purge, maybe like at least every 6 months, just to keep things in order and keep things in track. I know there are just seasons in our life where we are purchasing and purchasing and purchasing and consuming so much, and then we end up with a closet full of things, and it's just like, okay, this is a lot. It's getting very overwhelming. And I think that when you purge, it allows you to keep the things that you absolutely love, and then you can build your wardrobe on top of that. Okay, so number 4 is kind of the opposite of number 1 when I told you to get off social media and go touch some grass and read a book. This one, I actually want you to use social media, but I want you to use social media in a smart way, in a constructive way, and take what you see on there with a grain of salt, right? Because I feel like a lot of people, social media is like a big mood board, basically. I absolutely love Pinterest. I have 1,000 boards on Pinterest, child. It's ridiculous at this point in time, but that's what it's for. I want you to use it as inspiration, not to completely copy and paste someone's whole style and their aesthetic and act like it's your own. I would take a look at people that you genuinely love to follow, that you admire their style, that you admire the pieces that they buy, and see what you can take from that, but also be sure to make it your own, right? It's called inspiration for a reason. You are inspired to do something and take that and make it your own. You do not want to be inspired to just bite somebody's whole style, because that's crazy. Like, what are we doing? It's 2024, and I want everybody to just figure out what you like for yourself. Figure out what you like for yourself. I'm not gonna say that I'm never inspired by anybody, because there are a list of women that I'm always inspired by. June Ambrose, Tracy Ellis Ross, Rihanna. Like, the girls put that on, okay? London girl in NYC. Her name is Amanda. She's fab. Like, just obviously we're inspired, right? But you really have to pay attention to, okay, what it is about this person's style that inspires you. Is it a specific color that they always wear? Is it the way that they mix, you know, different aesthetics? Like, maybe they do a great job of mixing masculine and feminine pieces. They play with juxtaposition. They play with texture. Cool. Find a way to make that your own. Do not copy and paste that girl's whole outfit and act like you came up with it on your own. Don't do that. We don't like that. And I just think, like, as we get deeper and deeper into the world of social media and it continues to evolve, I think the more that a lot of people are wanting to rebel from this like copy and paste culture, and I think a lot of people are really just trying to get back to what personal style truly is. It's so important, guys. It's so important. And granted, you're gonna see people wearing the same things. It's not about not wearing the same thing as somebody. It's about putting your own spin on it. It's about having your own take on it. It's about, you know, seasoning it with a little flavor that only you can do. Because I can wear something and 3 other people can have on the same item. We'll be in the same room. Guarantee you, most likely we did not wear it the same. We didn't wear it the same. We all have a different, you know, personal style once again. So that's going to play into the way that we actually put the items together. Number 5 is going to be, do not let trends take over. Please, I beg. Y'all gotta relax. You guys have to relax. Now, I understand that trends are there for a reason, right? They help us kind of figure out what we're going to be seeing a lot of in stores. It's really just like that trickle down effect. So it starts on the runway and then it kind of trickles down, and now they're in all of your different retailers, whether that's a brick and mortar store or an online retailer. And those are the things that are going to be most popular for this season. However, just because it is popular for the season does not mean that you have to invest. I repeat, it does not mean that you have to spend your coins. When it comes to trends, I personally take what I want to take and leave what I don't want. I know what works for me in my personal style. I know what I'm actually going to wear. I know what I'm actually excited about. There are a lot of trends that I see and I'm just like, absolutely not. No, thank you. No, ma'am. I'm cool on it, you know? So every trend that you see come down the runway, or everything that everybody says is hot and is popping, you do not have to partake. You do not have to be a part of it at all. Figure out what you actually like and then pick and choose the trends that way, right? Furthermore, everything is cyclical. It's going to come back around at some time. Maybe a trend wasn't your cup of tea a few years ago when it was popular. Okay, it's back now, it's popping again. And you might actually want to take a stab at it. You might actually want to see, you know, what is given and how you can make it work for you. Perfectly fine. But once again, with a grain of salt. So when it comes to trends, I feel like everybody should keep certain things in mind. Keep in mind your personal style. Keep in mind your actual overall lifestyle, right? You know, maybe you're someone who you travel a lot, like to the city and home, and you're on the bus and you're on the train. You're most likely going to be in flats all the time, right? Invest in a flat shoe, invest in comfortable sneakers, loafers, ballet flats, if that's your zhuzh, but make it make sense for you. Also pay attention to your body type. Everything does not look good on everyone, and that's just the facts. Those are the facts of life. And I tell people all the time, not dressing for your body type is the easiest way for you to not look put together. It's the easiest way for you to look uncomfortable in your clothes, and it's the easiest way for the whole look to just be a hot ass mess. So those are like my 5 tips for finding your personal style. Like I said in the beginning of this video, I'm definitely in the space of rebranding and reinventing myself, but it's not even just on a style level and an aesthetics level, right? It's literally on a soul level at this point. There are so many things that I am trying to change and unlearn, so many habits that have kept me stuck and stagnant in my life, and I'm really at a point where I am so uncomfortable, so uncomfortable, and I'm really trying to stretch myself, and that stretching is uncomfortable as fuck. Okay, it's uncomfortable as hell, and I know that it's a process that I have to go through, but I'm really trying to, like I said before, just get back to who I used to be and who I know I am. I'm definitely leaning heavily into things that make me happy, things that are better for my overall health. Right now, I'm really heavily focusing on kind of just like batch creating content and really leaning into that, right? That's something that makes me happy. And part of my rebrand and my reinvention of myself is to actually show up. It's to show up on social media. It's to show up for myself in my personal life. It's to just show up and stop being so, I guess, closed off or in a bubble and in this hermit mode. I don't want to look up and be 50, 60 years old and be like, wow, I really let life just pass me by. I do not want that. And that's the reason why I'm really just pushing myself. I'm showing up at the gym. I'm going to the gym after work. As much as I do not want to go, baby, I am there, okay? I'm there, and it feels good because I'm really starting to get a hang of this consistency and this discipline, and it's something that I've struggled with for so long. Hence the reason why there are a lot of times where I haven't been showing up on social media, but also just showing up for myself in my own personal life. And in this season, the theme is me. The theme is me. It is me season. It's me time. And a big part of my rebrand is falling back in love with myself, falling back in love with the things that make me happy. Yeah, just showing up for myself overall. You know, of course the aesthetics come into play, absolutely. Like, as you guys can see, I'm in the process of going blonde, so I'm going to get my hair colored again in like another couple of weeks, and we kind of took it slow because this is the first time that I've been blonde since my kidney transplant. And if you guys don't know, I had a kidney transplant in 2018, and my first round of medication was making my hair fall out, and I was blonde then. And so I toned my hair down, and now I'm just basically going back to my natural hair color, honey, which is blonde. And we just wanted to take it slow to see what was gonna happen as far as, like, you know, how my hair was gonna react because I'm on a different medication, etc, etc. I've been slowly but surely, you know, purging my clothes and adding pieces that I think are great investment pieces and things that I could wear, you know, just year round and years to come as well. There are also other things in the background that I'm doing. Once again, going to the gym consistently, trying to eat better and eat cleaner, taking my vitamins, you know. I am in the process of getting like overnight aligners for my teeth because I want to straighten my teeth, gonna whiten my teeth, keeping up with my laser appointments, all of these different things that, you know, aesthetically are gonna make me feel better about myself. And we are here for a good time and not a long time, okay? So when it comes to your looks, when it comes to your personal style, please make sure that you're doing things that are gonna make you happy. Wear what makes you happy. Do what makes you happy. Yes, I just gave you a whole list of tips and things, you know, but I just feel like at the core of that, do you. Whether you take my advice or not, do you. I just think that everyone deserves to be happy, and I think that we all deserve to live the life that we want to live and present ourselves to the world in the way that we want to be seen. With that said, my name is Ashley, aka The Stylish Local. Thank you for watching another video, guys. I truly appreciate it. And you know, I'll be back with a fixed nail. I'll be back. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.